Loneliness is real. It's real. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Aisha May. If you don't know me, hi. If you do, welcome back. Let me just do a quick intro for those if you are new. I do videos on the fact that I moved to Africa. I'm here in Gambia, and basically I just do videos on Gambia and things that I'm doing, things that I hear, just to kind of entice you guys to come, whether it's for a visit or to stay, extended stay, or to live, whatever it may be. Anyway, today's video is about just the fact that I have repatriated and what that has been like for me. I just wanted to kind of have a conversation. To be fair, I don't really know how it's gonna go. I just wanted to be quite open, quite honest. So let me just start with a disclaimer. I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm talking from my experience and my experience only. I can only speak from my own experience. So I really don't want people trying to tell me it's not like that, or that isn't this, or rare. I'm just speaking from my own experience. You see me? All right. So I have moved here a year ago now. It was a year, August the 19th, when I flew here last year. And I would say my whole experience so far has been more good than negative. To be fair, there's not really any negatives. There's just things that I have noticed or that I've learned and that I kind of understand more now than I did when I first originally came here. Things that I have been educated on in terms of the culture here, and just my own kind of realizations. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. Where do I start? Okay, first and foremost, loneliness is real. It's real, and the thing is, I have felt homesick before, because once upon a time I lived in Italy for a much shorter time than I have here, but I've definitely felt homesickness. And I mean, when I mean homesickness, I don't mean oh, I just missed people. I mean I was getting sick, I was getting ill when there was no need for me to be ill. I was getting migraines like that. And at that time, it was more of an emotional thing. I felt like I was lacking emotional closeness to people because I didn't have any friends, basically. But anyway, let me talk about here and now. Yeah, loneliness is real. I'm going to be so transparent with you lot. My birthday was a shambles. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't nice. That was more to do with the fact that I just missed my people. There's nothing like your people. And I have met some nice people here. I'm not going to pretend like I haven't. I'm not going to downgrade them and act like they're not decent people, but it's still not the same. Those people don't know you like your people know you, you know. Those people don't know the things that you like or dislike in the same way that your people know, you know what I mean? And I've got some fantastic friends. And to be fair, it's kind of rubbish to call them friends. They're like my family. I've got some really good extended family that I have in London. And I missed them bad. I missed them bad. I didn't do nothing on my birthday. And that's the thing. One thing about me, I love birthdays. Love them. I'm that person that will be, what do you call it? I can't even think of the word now. Every time I come in here, it happens. But anyway, I'm that person that will be organizing for months before. I'll know what I'm doing. I would have arranged it. Everyone would know, you know. And it was the first probably time that I didn't really have that kind of choice. And I'm a person, I'm very free-spirited. I just wish you knew. I don't know if you know if that even makes sense, but I think if you get what I mean, I hate when almost my wings feel clipped because of the circumstance. And that's how I felt at the time. I didn't really have an option, and I could have potentially maybe done something, but it just wouldn't have been the same. And I felt it big time at that time. So I just kind of said to myself, do you know what? It was a lesson. I learned it. I understand it. And yeah, I mean, I've gotten over it now. I still miss them, but I don't feel that same kind of sense of loneliness. And yes, there is a community. I said I'm gonna be real. There are people here from the diaspora. I can't call it a community. I'm not gonna pretend like there's some big community here, because there isn't. There are people that are friendly with each other and whatnot, but to be frank, I feel like everyone's here on their own journey, and you can't try and put certain people together just because you're from certain places, if that makes sense. I'm just speaking on what I've seen. Again, this is my experience. Don't come for me. But yeah, just speaking on what I've seen. Like, yes, I can see people form friendships or whatever, but there's not like this big, you know, oh, we're all community and we're all from the same place and la 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 la, oh, kumbaya, all that stuff. No, there isn't. And which is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because at the end of the day, you've got to find self before finding anything. I feel poetic. But anyway, yeah. So I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that personally. And also, I'm a very private person. I know you wouldn't believe that because I do YouTube, but I don't brag and boast and song and dance about everything on my channel. I really don't. There's certain things you know, certain things you will not know. And so it takes me a minute to kind of let those shields down and let people in like that, especially if I don't feel it straight away, and I'm very intuitive. And I don't like to be forced friendships either. Like, just because I'm from London and just because I'm on YouTube doesn't mean that I'm gonna be friends with everyone that I'm gonna meet. It really doesn't. I'm very protective of my space, of my privacy, of my energy, and I'm never gonna change that. So I'm not just gonna be running up and down here with everyone. That's just not me at all. And I won't pretend to people either. I just won't, you know. I don't mind meeting people, you know, I'm up for meeting people. I don't mind that at all. But I'm not just gonna go out with someone just because they came from the diaspora. Like, I'm just not. I'm very cautious. I am. And if that comes across as unfriendly, I'm sorry. That's just how I am. Point blank. Period. Never say that stupid ass word, but it just fits, you know. It made sense right there. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. Oh, also, one thing I think I've mentioned this one time in one of my videos. Like, being here, you're no longer black. It's not a thing. There's a bag of people that look the same as you. So I'm just me. It's just Aisha. I'm not, you know, how can I explain this? Back in London, it's almost like, you know, you just feel like you stick out all the time. You always got to have this kind of shield. You've always got to watch yourself, watch your P's and Q's, watch how you speak to certain people, think about how certain people might perceive you, think about how you're dressing. There's so many things you have to think about, you know, like to make sure that you're being perceived well from the opposite. I don't know what to say. How can I say it? Because I'm not trying to be, because I'm not against white people or anyone of any other ethnicity. But yeah, there is that level of, you've got to try and up your game and be a certain way all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, dot your I's, cross your T's, you know, do you know what I mean? I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. But here, you're just black. You're just you. I mean, you're not black anymore. You're just you. I'm me, I'm Aisha, and that's it. I mean, here, the one thing that people always ask you is, what's your last name? What's your full name? So they always ask you, what's your first name? What's your last name? And generally, they'll probably ask you where you're from as well. Meaning, like, your original, you know, heritage. So that's something that I quite like. But it's also, it's mad because it's kind of tiring as well. You know, like, you know, if I say my name, I know that they're looking at me because they're waiting for me to say my last name too. And I'm just like, okay, you know, yeah, there's that. And another thing that I've noticed here is people here are a lot more closed than those people from the UK. People from the UK are a lot more, or from London, I should say, South London, are a lot more open, a lot more freer, know of different people's, like, say, religious views or or the way in which they might dress. They're a lot more tolerant of those things. I'm not saying people here aren't tolerant, but I just had a recollection of something that happened. But anyway, but like, it's like there's a box and you fit in that box and you're not supposed to be outside of that box, basically. And that's not me, and I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to try and squish myself in a somebody else's box. No, not me, not sorry, never gonna do that. So, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's your business as far as I'm concerned. And at the end of the day, I don't ask them to take themselves out of their box to be, you know, to put themselves in line with me. So it is what it is. Like, yeah, you know, it can be quite conservative in some aspects, and I'm not conservative. What can I say? Like, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, there's that. Also, I've realized that, you know, like in London, a lot of people's motivation is money, right? Yeah. Here, no. It's mad because here there is a flex thing. Everyone loves to flex. Everyone likes to wear whatever, take a picture. Gambians love a picture. Love a picture. Love a picture, right? But it's a flexing picture. You know, you go to wherever you're going and you take a picture and post it wherever you're posting it and whatever. Same thing, people do the same thing in London. Like, that's not very unusual. But yeah, they do love a flex. But so it's weird because it's like you would think that they kind of like money or like working, but it's not really the reality. Like, it's not a incentive, basically. So for those that, say for instance, are coming here to do businesses and stuff, be prepared to work harder than you probably ever have worked before. Owning a business here is no small feat. Owning a business here is hard ass work. And that's just because the kind of work ethic here is very different. I don't know about America. All I can talk about is the UK, but it's very different to, like, say in London. You know, the work ethic there is a lot stronger, I would say. Whereas here, you might find somebody that, it's not everybody. There are some people that, you know, they do their job, they do it well, like. But on a very general, sweeping comment, most aren't really in that, like, you know, and you can't be like, oh, you can earn this amount, and it's not really gonna work. To be very honest, I'd rather you just hand it to them in their hand. I mean, who doesn't? To be very frank, who doesn't? I would rather that, but I don't want to just be sitting on the corner doing nothing. So that's just not me. It's not my style. It's not. I like to be active. I like to do things. So yeah. But yeah, it's just not, it's not the same. So therefore, when you have a business, it is hard to keep a business here because more than likely, you're probably going to be working as hard as the workers or even harder. Just giving you the real. Anyway, yeah, so that I've learned. I've also learned, yeah, if you know me, you know I don't like flies. That has not changed. And I know I'm in a tropical environment, and I know that's what they do, and I know la la la. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So, well, not really me, because this is not me, but anyway, for instance, like my mum had this idea of, oh yeah, when we have our compound, we're gonna grow this, we're gonna grow that, etc, etc, etc. The reality of it is, though, if you're not bothered about insects or snakes or mosquitoes, cockroaches, lizards, dicks, which are rats, what else? Yeah, then go ahead. You can have your garden, you're set. But if you're bothered about them kind of things there, I just wouldn't advise it. The notion of it is very beautiful. Yeah, you're growing your own things, you have your own plants there, you know, you eat what you grow, and I think that's wonderful. But for people like me, are you mad? No, I don't like all of them things there that I said to you, and you're potentially going to come across those things 9 times out of 10. So if you're squeamish, growing here is just not for you, especially mosquitoes, and they will nyam you out while you're there trying to prune things or garden, basically. Yeah, unless they find, you know, them suits there that they were wearing for the Rona thing, right? Them PPE suits. I need something like that, right? That has aircon in there or something, and then I'll go out there. And I mean from head to toe, covered, hands, everything, fierce, mold, ears, everything, like, because I'm just not in it. No. So now it's kind of almost like we're like, yeah, we're just gonna concrete everything because it's too much. And there are things that flies and mosquitoes don't like, but then that's not deterring the other things that like to live out in the outside, and I just don't want to deal with them. So, you know, yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, that's something I've learned big time. Like, oh my gosh. There's literally, like, let me give you an example, right? Well, not even an example, let me tell you something, right? We cut down one of our mango trees here on our compound, yeah? There were a few mangoes on there. Some had been eaten by insects and other animals. So once they had hit the floor, there was literally, I called it a blue bottle metropolis in the corner of our garden. Literally, you walk past, all you can hear is one high-pitched sound of buzzing. But I wish I had if I could find a sound, I will put it in, because it was loud, and you walk past there and you feel like something's gonna attack you. Like, I can't deal with them things. I just can't. Oh my gosh, no. Also, what else have I learned here? Still, I just love that if you have an issue, like if you're out on the road, something happens to your car, people just come out of nowhere, come and help you, and I still love that. I still love that. I have also realized that I do miss traveling, and I know that's down to, you know, other restrictions. I really miss traveling still, and I still want to travel. I've kind of decided that here is going to be my base. But I still want to go and travel. I still want to go and probably live in other places, not long term, like maybe 3 months or something like that. But I still want to do all of those things. Yeah, I've also learned to mind my business and just keep myself to myself. I'm not getting involved in anybody's business, because the one thing here is people are quick to blame. And I'm not talking about Gambians either. I'm just talking, say, more on a diaspora level. Don't ask me to get, you know, land. Don't ask me to handle any kind of finances or anything for you from wherever you are from here. It's not happening. I'm not getting involved. It's not my bag. If it's got to do with my business, my interior design, then fine. But anything else, I'm not having people telling me I'm stealing, I'm thieving, I'm doing anything. No. So I just keep way out of people them business. I'm not interested. And I'm sure people have noticed that. I'm not involved. I don't get involved. It's not my wave. I'm not interested. Leave me out of that. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, but on the main, like, I still love it here. I've realized I do like the dry season, because sweating every day is not the way forward, is it? Like, do you really want to sweat every single day from every part of your body? Do you? Because that happens to me. And I know people are going to cuss me, because you might be sitting there watching this and it's cold where you are, and I'm sorry, but still, I told you I'm going to be honest. Yeah, so I realised that I like the dry season, but I know I'm going to complain when it's chilly in the evening. But that's just chilly. It's a jacket or a jumper. It's really not that deep. And I think this time around I'm probably going to appreciate it. I'm going to appreciate it much more than I did last time. So yeah, but overall I still love it. I would still say come and see for yourself. See if you like it. I'm still meeting people to this day who say that they just came here just for a holiday and then they ended up moving here, which I think is really beautiful. Yeah, that's what I said. Excuse me. yeah, having a business here is not easy. It really isn't. But it's kind of like you weigh up your pros and cons. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, building here is not easy. Anything to do with having to employ Gambians to do something, it's not easy. Because the one thing, that's what I wanted to tell you lots. This is what I learned. Big time. You're listening. Repatriation, especially here in the Gambia, I can't talk for anywhere else, is like going to a new school. Everyone's been to school, right? Or, well, I don't know. I'm just gonna use this analogy. It's like going to a new school. You have to fit into the school system, the rules, whatever. You can't expect the school to fit around you. So when you come to Gambia, that's what it is. You can't expect to try and change the mindset of people that have been living here probably even longer than your age. Do you know what I mean? You can't be like, oh yeah, no, what about you? What do you need to do? What do you need to do for yourself, thyself? What do you need to do? That's how you have to think of it. You can't come here and think, I'm gonna tell them to do this. I'm gonna tell them to do that. Like, you can tell them till you're blue in the face, bruh. You're the one that's gonna get stressed out, pissed off, and but if you don't want to listen to my advice, it's entirely up to you. You can go through it yourself and see for yourself. If you have a different experience, then do you know what? That would be fantastic. If not, then you can't say I didn't tell you. You understand? Yes. And I think that's it, really. I mean, not saying you can't be yourself here. You can be yourself, because to be fair, I am myself. I don't try and be anything other than myself. But you know, there are certain little things that stifle, just the little things. But yeah, I'll still say I still love it here. I would still say come here. That has never been, nothing I've ever said about here has been a lie. If anything, I might have had different experiences. Like, for instance, any shops that I might have advertised. Well, yeah, I suppose it is advertising, isn't it? On here, and said, oh, come, la la la. Like, I might have gone there again and realized, no, it's not really the lick. Like, but I'm not gonna out anyone on big social media. If I see you and you want to know and you want to ask me, you know, where to go for like beauty treatments and etc. like that, I will tell you. But yeah, that's the only thing. Like, but everything I've ever said about how much I love it here, I still love it. Still don't want to live in London. I definitely want to go and visit my people in London, like, because I miss them bad. Yeah, I still want to go and visit them. But in terms of living there, I don't want to live there. And also in terms of things I've missed, I remember I can't remember, it was like one of my first few videos, and I said, what would I miss in London? And I said, nothing. No, that's a lie. I miss the roads. I miss pavements. I miss the sewage system, like not the sewage system, but like the drainage system for the water. And I miss, I don't know, I think that's it, my people. Yeah, I think I've said this before. I miss things like knowing that people on the road can actually drive legally. Miss that. Even though, you know, they're still, you know, the odd one. I'm not going to pretend like London is this flipping angel, because it's not. But yeah, those kind of things, I miss that. Like the driving here, people drive me insane with the way that they drive. They have no clue what they're doing. And that's not everyone, again, it's just some, but the majority when it comes to driving. Yeah, so I think that's it, really. I can't think of anything else. If I do, I'll add it in. But I will literally say I'm still very much enjoying my life here. I'm still trying to get my business off the ground. I did show you my last video of what I do for work. It is literally my interior design and YouTube. And obviously YouTube still, I don't get nothing, it's just pennies. I'm not, actually, I don't want to say that because like I'm blocking my blessings. I'm still very grateful, very grateful. But yeah, so yeah, I'm still grateful that I'm here, still love it. I still love that I can wear summer clothes all year round. I love that. I do definitely miss shopping for clothing. Oh my gosh. I used to get things all the time. ASOS and Zara and yeah, I miss them. I do miss it. And I would love to, that's one thing, when I go back to London, listen, I want to shop like mad. I want to get so many things. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna close this now. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that anyway. I'm just trying to be as honest as possible. And yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you made it this far. If you did, please make sure you press the like button, put the thumbs up, because you know what, YouTube would be like, rah, a bag of people like this. Let's show it to a few more bags of people. Do you know what I mean? So you're helping out a sister. It's so small and it's free. Black people love freeness. And yeah, so yeah, please do like this. If you did make it to the end of the video, please put a star emoji. I do love you all. Thank you for watching again. I'm so grateful that you even watch my videos, my content, and also don't forget to share. Sharing is caring. You know what I mean? All those little things that we were told as children, they are true. I'm joking. Anyway, all right, I'm going now. So thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.